Good morning, my friends, and welcome to the More Factor. First of all, this morning I want to thank everyone for their comments that I've received this week, mostly through coming into the shop and seeing me. Some people online. Appreciate it. Thank you. I'm glad that people are watching and getting something from this. I want to make sure that people look at life a little differently. Maybe wake up a little bit and realize there's more to life than what they're doing right now. So we just got through a 7-video human needs / relationships series, and I thought to myself, maybe I should just throw in another topic about relationships. And this morning, while doing my morning devotions and journaling, I came across something that I want to talk about this morning, and it does relate to relationships and our interaction with other people, so it fits as a good way to end off this week's relationships topics. And so I wrote some notes down because, sometimes keeping things in a better order is good. So, doing my devotions this morning, and this is not going to be a sermon, we're going to talk about a universal principle. But I want to go back to the ancient text and give you some wisdom. And there's two things that are talked about, two things that are said that relate to each other. Number one, it says, death and life are in the tongue. Those who love it will eat the fruit thereof. Okay? We'll get to talking about these things. The other one, Jesus said this. He said, love your enemies and do good to those who despitefully use you. He said, the reason is God gives the sun and the rain to all. What's that got to do with being good to our enemies? Well, we're going to talk about that. You've heard the words said. I believe it comes from the Indian Hindu philosophy, and it's called karma. Yes, karma. There is something to that in the sense that it is not just karma, it is a universal principle that has been put in place by the creator of the universe. And it's called this, the law of sowing and reaping. Whatever you sow is what you reap. Or we can look at it another way. What you reap is a multiplication of what you've already sown. So let's go back to our text this morning, if you will. Love your enemies and do good to those who despitefully use you. Why? Because God has a universal principle in place called karma, or the law of sowing and reaping. And it kind of goes like this. Your actions are the seed. Your words are the seed. Your attitudes are the seed. Your negative thoughts or positive thoughts are the seed. And how you sow them in the ground of this world determines what you're going to get. If you're going to despitefully use someone, I can guarantee you it's coming back at least 5-fold. Why? The law of sowing and reaping. You always get more than you sow. Ancient scripture says this. It says, if you sow to the wind, you will reap a whirlwind. In other words, a tornado. Sometimes we think, man, it feels like a tornado tore through my life right now. It just did. It's your fault because you sowed somewhere in the past some rotten seed and you just reaped it. See, in our dealings with people, in our dealings with those around us, it's better to sow goodness even to those who are not treating us the way we think they ought to treat us. Let's go back to the golden rule. Who knows what the golden rule is? A lot of people say it wrong. A lot of people say it like this: I will treat others how they treat me. Wrong. The golden rule is this: treat everyone else the way you want them to treat you. Did you hear that? Treat everyone else the way you want them to treat you. Karma doesn't care. The law of sowing and reaping doesn't care who you are. It doesn't care what you think you are. It cares only about three things. I was going to say two things, but it's three things. Number one, seed. Number two, sun. Number three, rain. We provide the seed. The Creator provides the sun and the rain. And the law of sowing and reaping provides the multiplication, what we get from that sowing. You know, I've been trying to lose weight. As a matter of fact, I must say that I'm a little proud of myself. Since Christmas, I've lost approximately 10 pounds. Now, how did I get the pounds on in the first place? By sowing food into my belly. Little tiny bad habits. Not exercising enough. Not watching my food as it goes in and down. But since Christmas, I've put on discipline and self-control and cut out almost all my desserts and a lot of my sugar and did a bunch of changes, a little bit of exercising in the mornings. Drinking herbal teas without any sugar and milk in them. And it's helped me to just automatically lose weight. Why? Because I'm sowing the seeds. I will reap the benefits. Sometimes it's only a small amount, sometimes it's a large amount. Why? I always reap what I sow. You always reap what you sow. Now, if you're sitting at the table and you're eating a plate of food that you just absolutely love, wonderful. Then you get up and go to the counter and you get another plate of food that you absolutely love. Not so wonderful. Then you get up and get another plate. No. And you wonder why so many people are overweight. Lack of self-control and understanding of the law of sowing and reaping. What you sow, every aspect of your life is seed. What you say, your actions, your emotions, what you do, what you eat, how you treat others, we can go on and on. All of that is seed. So, as we come to a close this morning, the point of this is love your enemies. Death and life are in the tongue. It's your choice which route you're going to take. Are you going to choose life? Because it comes from the tongue. Are you going to choose death? It comes from the tongue. Those that love it will eat of the fruit. They will reap what they sow. Are you going to sow death? Or are you going to sow life? So, to end this week, because tomorrow is Crazy Friday, anything can happen. To end this week's topic of relationships, what you sow into the relationship is what you will reap out of the relationship. What you sow in your life is what you will reap. I can guarantee you it's a universal law, and it works for everyone, regardless of who you are or what you are. Doesn't matter. Karma, the law of sowing and reaping, doesn't care. Only about the seed, sun, and the rain. That's it. Have a great day. God bless you. Thank you for enjoying another episode of The More Factor. We will see you tomorrow.